at Mobile World Congress 2011. Anyone who's anyone in mobile is here in Barcelona. But what we've done tonight is bring together some key influencers in the mobile space to talk about some real issues and topics that aren't necessarily in the press releases. As human capital performance specialists in mobile, European leaders are proud to present the Hot Topics Party.
When you put 150 people together in a room, they're going to have different opinions, and we clearly saw some battle lines being drawn. One of the panelists from a Fortune 100 company said the main problem in this space is that the large players aren't collaborating enough, and so it's slowing down solutions coming to the market.
I think Laura touched on a lot of it in terms of no one really wants to get along, and I think that's really the problem so far. It's not clear who owns the customer. Depending on which handset or which OS you're talking about, that's the great war. It's going to be a while, I think, until we figure out who's going to win it. I don't think it's going to be a winner takes all, though. But yeah, we can't all get along. That's the problem.
The question was, would we invest in companies that are the traditional infrastructure companies that look for a long-term change in everybody's policies, or would you invest in these nimble companies which solve complete problems now with what everybody has? And my bet as an entrepreneur and as a venture capitalist is for the nimble companies which solve problems right now.
Big dilemma for the operators is, can they hold on to the voice and messaging business with the likes of Skype, Facebook, essentially eating their lunch in that respect? Again, we've got a Pete, we'll start with you, Peter. You used to work for Vodafone. Can they hold on to the voice and messaging business?
Well, it's a bit tricky, especially with an evolution to LTE. LTE doesn't include a voice application, so unless you build your own, what are you going to do? So I think it's a golden opportunity for any over-the-top voice application players to, especially with smaller operators that probably won't be able to make their own investment. Great opportunity for outsiders to get into that voice business. But one thing I'd caution against, I mean, the current economic model where on a per byte basis, you can charge, what is it, 200, 300 times as much for a voice byte as for a data byte, that will disappear in this world. And for an SMS byte where you're charging 140,000 times as much as a data byte, forget it.
It's been a fantastic event. I actually felt like I was at one of my parties at home. All my friends are in the room.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the conversation. I think at congresses, sometimes you get to see a lot of products and you get to do a lot of meetings, but you don't get to have that many conversations about the trends and some of the things that are going on. I thought that's been fun.
At Mobile World Congress, it's such a huge event that it's very hard to find the right people. So these kinds of events are very important for us as well, to quickly connect with the right people and the right level, CEO level. And so it's great for us. It filters a lot.
We've worked with European leaders probably for close to 5 years now. One of the things we love about these guys is they're global. First of all, we've used them for searches both in Europe as well as in North America. And for us, it's about the fact that they really take the time to understand a lot about our company, a lot about our industry, and I think that's helped dramatically with our searches, because when you work with someone who understands the culture of our company, then it makes it much easier to find a fit for hires for our particular company. They've worked at the VP level down to sales directors for Europe, so they've worked at very senior levels. They've recruited a couple of people, I think, for us in the Americas as well, so they're not just focused on Europe by any means.
Well, I think European leaders have done an excellent job putting this together. I think one of the nice things about working with European leaders, of course, they're a recruiting firm and so on, but they actually want to do more than that and help people to become better CEOs and help build a community of the people that they work with. And I think that's actually a very good twist on a traditional recruiting model.